Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace. Over the past weekend I went by the flea market and picked up a number of LaserDiscs as well as about 30 vinyl records. However, this is a LaserDisc video. Before I show you what I picked up, I thought I would briefly show you some of the LaserDiscs I've watched over the past month. I've been accused by some people who watch my channel that I collect LaserDiscs, but I don't actually watch them. Well, I do watch them, I'm just way behind. Anyway, the premise of this film is rather interesting. It came out in 1966 and was released by American International Pictures. Now, AIP had a habit of purchasing Japanese, Italian, and even Russian films and redubbing them into English, sometimes severely altering the storyline. Well, they purchased the American theatrical rights to a Japanese James Bond ripoff film series called International Secret Police. They redubbed one of the films, Key of Keys, into English and showed it at our house theater, and it was laughed off the screen. So they figured, well, hey, why don't we have it redone as an outright comedy? So they hired one of the hottest stand-up comedians of the day, Woody Allen, to redo the language track as an intentional comedy. Now, they told Woody Allen that it was going to be shown on television only, so he did one cut of the film, which was about an hour in length, and submitted that to AIP. AIP decided to go ahead and release it theatrically, so they padded out the running time with footage of the Loving Spoonful performing and intercut that within the film. Woody Allen sued AIP, but the film became a hit, at which time Woody Allen dropped his lawsuit. This is What's Up, Tiger Lily from Vestron Video. Copyright 1966, American International Pictures, 1983, Vestron Video Corporation. Now, there are three different soundtrack versions of What's Up, Tiger Lily. There was the television cut, which had a different set of jokes. There was the theatrical cut, which had dirty jokes in it. And then there was the video version, which was kind of half and half, some clean version, jokes from the clean version and some from the theatrical version. This is obviously the video version. However, Image Entertainment a couple of years ago did release it on DVD with the original theatrical English track as well as the video English track. Unfortunately, they did not include the television track or the original Japanese track. That would have been kind of cool to see. This is Japanese anime, Galaxy 999. This is kind of cool. It's in Japanese only, but it does include on side 2 an interview with the cast and the director, I think. I'm not quite sure because it's in Japanese and I don't understand Japanese. Toy LaserDisc. Okay, another Japanese release of an American film, Woody Allen's Radio Days. Love this movie. Okay, I had high hopes for this series. I kind of was hoping it was going to be as good as Area 88. It's not. This is Japan Air Self-Defense Force 801 TTS Tactical Training Squadron Volume 1. Referred to as DEFCON 1. These kind of have elements of, I'm going to say light in tying in it. Not too bad. DEFCON 2, DEFCON 3. I also have Special Mission, which this is an OVA series, by the way. OVA Series 1. Special Mission came out between DEFCON 3 and DEFCON 4. Okay, another American movie. This is a Japanese release of the Alfred Hitchcock classic Rope. Contains the original English language track and has Japanese subtitles. One of many Alfred Hitchcock films that feature Jimmy Stewart in the cast, and also one of several released on LaserDisc in Japan. I also have The Birds, which is a Japanese release, and also the Japanese release of Frenzy. Okay, this is a anime series from Sega based on their video game series, Sakura Wars. This is Volume 1, or Chapter 1, I should say. This was produced by Sega in conjunction with Animate Films and was distributed by Bandai. Kind of an interesting combination there. This was included with Chapter 1. Not hard to fit something like this in a DVD case. That's why LaserDiscs are so cool to collect if you're into anime. Now, I have found on YouTube the opening to this series and put it in the anime playlist on my channel, Sakura Wars, Chapter 2, as well as a live on-stage performance done in Japanese in Japan. And that is in the playlist simply called Japanese. Very catchy theme song. This is OVA Series 1. There was an OVA Series 2, which was released on LaserDisc, and the animated television series, Sakura Wars, was also released as a box set in Japan. And then that live stage musical thingy I told you about was also released in Japan on LaserDisc. And so that's pretty cool. Okay, now for the ones I picked up yesterday and today at the flea market. First up, the Criterion Collection release of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I like how Criterion numbers each of their releases. This is release 8A. Sometimes they would release a CLV version, which this is, as well as a CAV version. Now, this film includes the original language track. I'm trying to see if it has a running commentary track, which most Criterion releases do, but I'm not finding it. First printing 1989. Oh well. Tales from the Hood. This is Little Box. Somebody, one of my subscribers, I don't remember who, had asked me what the multi-audio logo looked like. And that's what it looked like. Now, multi-audio referred to one of any number of things. It could mean that it had an isolated musical score. It could mean that it had different language track options, or it could mean, as is the case with this one, running commentary track. Arachnophobia. The Talk of the Town. the fugitive. Watermark's version of Reality Bites. Widescreen version of Midnight Express. Widescreen edition of Another 48 Hours. Watermark's version of Army of Darkness. Platoon, with the shrink wrap still on it. It's not sealed, however. And the Black Adder. This includes episodes The Foretelling, Born to be King, The Archbishop, The Queen of Spain's Beard, Witchmiller Pursuivant, and The Black Seal. I'm not quite sure on that one. And the one before The Black Seal. Okay. Until next time, stay awesome.